Hi everyone. So in this class, let me discuss important definition and some theorems and example on Cauchy sequences. So the definition of Cauchy sequence: a sequence an is said to be Cauchy sequence if for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a positive integer m such that modulus of an minus am is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to m. So distance between sequence a and am is less than epsilon. So here, while defining convergent sequence, we have defined that a sequence n is said to be convergent if for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a positive integer m such that n minus l is less than epsilon and your l belongs to what? R. Okay, so in this case a sequence n is said to be Cauchy sequence if for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a positive integer m such that distance between means your sequence n and m is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to m. So while solving the example, you came to know so what is your an, how your an behaves and how your am behaves. Okay, so in the another form of your Cauchy sequence, so a sequence an is said to be Cauchy sequence if for each epsilon greater than 0 or if given epsilon greater than 0 there exists a positive integer m such that AP minus AQ is less than epsilon. Here your P and Q is greater than equal to M. P and Q is greater than equal to M. So these two definition meaning is one and same. So you follow any one of these two definitions. So here a theorem is there. Every Cauchy sequence is bounded. Is the converse is true? Justify. Like that several times this theorem is came in your question paper. So let we see first, that is every Cauchy sequence is bounded. So we first take the definition of your Cauchy sequence, that is proof for this is let an be a Cauchy sequence. I am taking an be a Cauchy sequence. So given epsilon greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that an minus am is less than epsilon. For all n greater than equal to m. So I take it as equation number 1. So now I take your modulus of an is equal to, here I add and subtract am. Add and subtract am. So then your equation becomes, so this is less than or equal to means n minus modulus using modulus property, we rewrite this equation in the form of this. So that is n minus am plus am is less than or equal to modulus of n minus am plus modulus of am. So you know that n minus am is less than what? Epsilon. So this is less than epsilon plus modulus of am for all n greater than equal to m. This is by 1. So here I am taking, let m as, capital M as maximum of modulus of a1, modulus of a2, so on, modulus of am minus 1 plus epsilon plus modulus of am. So your m as maximum of modulus of a1 plus modulus of a2 plus modulus of am minus 1, comma epsilon plus modulus of am. Then modulus of an is less than or equal to m for all n. So then finally we can say that this sequence an is bounded, because this is satisfying the condition of your bounded sequence. So therefore we can say your sequence an is bounded. So let me check now, is every bounded sequence is Cauchy sequence. Okay, so the converse of the above theorem is not true. That is every bounded sequence every bounded sequence need not be a Cauchy sequence. For example, the sequence minus 1 to the power n is bounded, but it has two limits, that is 1 and minus 1 and 1, but it is not a Cauchy sequence because your Cauchy sequence also have a single limit points. Therefore, it is not satisfy your definition of Cauchy sequence. Because of that reason, we can't say this sequence is a Cauchy sequence. Therefore, the corners of the above theorem, that is every bounded sequence need not be a Cauchy sequence. So this is the important result. So you go through it very clearly. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask questions. Okay. So example on your Cauchy sequence. So example, show that 1 by n, sequence 1 by n is a Cauchy sequence. So here, what is an your? Here, so here your an is what? 1 by n. Okay, and 1 by n. So here I take, let epsilon greater than 0 be given, and for n greater than m, I write now am is equal to, now an minus am. What is your an? An 1 by n. And what is your am? So replace the value n by m, then it will become am is equal to 1 by m. Okay. So n is 1 by n and your am is 1 by m. So modulus of, so here your n is greater than m. Okay. So this implies that 1 divided by n. So if we divide this term, then it will become 1 by n is less than 1 by m. So if 2 is greater than 1, so 1 by 2 is less than 1. If 2 is greater than 1, then 1 by 2 is less than 1. Yes or no? Yes. So that case, this is true. Therefore, modulus of 1 by, so here I take, if I take common that as modulus of minus of 1 by m minus 1 by n, then modulus of minus of some quantity becomes positive. So therefore, this is equal to 1 by m minus 1 by n. So here already we know that this is a bigger quantity. Okay. So we neglect this quantity, means it will become this term is less than this, and I take this as epsilon, this is less than epsilon. So using cross multiplication, your m is greater than 1 by epsilon. So I rewrite this in the form of your definition of Cauchy sequence. Therefore, for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that modulus of an minus am is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to m. Therefore, this is satisfying the definition of our Cauchy sequence. Therefore, we can say sequence an is a Cauchy sequence. That is, sequence 1 by n is a Cauchy sequence. So in a similar manner, you try to solve this example, that is, show that sequence 1 upon n square is a Cauchy sequence. You try it in your home. So if you don't get solution, you contact me. So next example is show that sequence n divided by n plus 1 is a Cauchy sequence. So here n is what? n divided by n plus 1, and am is what? m divided by m plus 1. So let epsilon greater than 0 be given, and we know that the condition, that is n is greater than m. So I take your modulus of n minus am is equal to modulus of n divided by n plus 1 minus m divided by m plus 1. So again here I rewrite this equation in the form of 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1. Using cross multiplication, it will become n plus 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1. So that is n divided by n plus 1, and this also rewritten as 1 minus 1 divided by m plus 1. Using cross multiplication, this term will come. So this is equal to 1 divided by m plus 1, because this is plus, this is minus, and minus into minus this will become plus. 1 divided by m plus 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1 term we get. So already you know that your n is greater than m, that implies that n plus 1 is also greater than m plus 1. Okay, so after that, if I take if I take this term in the denominator form, then obviously this is less than this term. So therefore 1 divided by m plus 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 1 is less than 1 divided by m plus 1, and this is less than 1 divided by m, and this is less than epsilon. Whenever using cross multiplication, we can say that m is greater than 1 divided by epsilon, 1 divided by epsilon. Therefore for each epsilon greater than 0, there is a positive integer m such that an minus m is less than epsilon for all n greater than m. For all n greater than m. Therefore we can say the sequence n divided by n plus 1 is a Cauchy sequence. So in a similar manner, you try to solve this example. This is the example for your homework. So show that n divided by n plus 1 divided by n is a Cauchy sequence. You try it in your home. If you have any doubts regarding these concepts, definition of Cauchy sequence and examples and theorem is there. So if you have any doubts regarding this, so you can ask questions or you send your questions to my WhatsApp number. We'll solve those examples or definitions or theorem and will clarify your doubts. Okay, so with this I conclude your Cauchy sequence. Okay, thank you.